Hey everyone, good evening. An article I just read titled "The Fourth Patient Seemingly Cured of HIV." I thought we'd go over that together, although I believe that there have been many more people cured from HIV than that. Remember Dr. Sebi, he cured people of HIV, AIDS, cancer, all kinds of stuff. But he also knew what was going to happen to him for sharing the truth, and it certainly did. So, R.I.P. to Dr. Sebi. A man who has lived with HIV since 1980 seems to have been cured and is only the fourth such case, says doctors. He was given a bone marrow transplant to treat blood cancer, leukemia, from a donor who was naturally resistant to the virus. The 66-year-old, who does not want to be identified, has stopped taking HIV medication. He says he was beyond grateful the virus could no longer be found in his body. The man is known as the City of Hope patient, after the hospital where he was treated in California. I never thought I would see the day. HIV damages the immune system. This can lead to AIDS. In a statement, the man said, "When I was diagnosed with HIV in 1988, like many others, I thought it was a death sentence. I never thought I would live to see the day that I no longer had HIV." However, he was given the therapy not for his HIV, but because he developed a blood cancer, leukemia, at the age of 63. Keyword there, cancer. Keyword there, 63. All right, the man's medical team decided he needed a bone marrow transplant to replace his cancerous blood cells. By coincidence, the donor was resistant to HIV. I'm sure it was very coincidental. The virus gets into our body's white blood cells by using a microscopic doorway. The proteins are called CCR5. However, some people, including the donor, have CCR5 mutations that bolt the door shut and keep out HIV. Then it says in big letters, "Cure remains Holy Grail." The City of Hope patient, who is being closely monitored after the transplant and levels of the HIV became undetectable in his body, he has now been in remission for more than 17 months. We were thrilled to let him know that his HIV is in remission and he no longer needs to take antiretroviral therapy that he had been on for the past 30 years, said the infectious disease doctor at City Hope. The first time this happened was in 2011, when Timothy Ray Brown, known as the Berlin patient, became the first in the world to become cured of HIV. Says this article, anyways, but as we know, there have been more. But anyway, there have now been 3 similar cases in the past 3 years. The City of Hope patient is both the oldest patient to be treated in this way and the one who have lived with HIV for the longest. However, bone marrow transplants are not going to revolutionize HIV treatment for the 38 million people in the world currently infected. The doctor here says that it's a complex procedure with significant potential side effects, so it's not really a suitable option for most people living with HIV. However, researchers are looking at ways of targeting the CCR5 doorway using gene therapy as a potential treatment. The case was reported at the AIDS 2022 conference in Montreal, Canada. I don't know about this one, you guys. I mean, great, they're coming out with this pretend cure, but they had the cure when they first came out with the fake virus. But we've heard this before. Anyway, there's a couple more sentences here. Commenting on the findings, Professor Sharon Lewin, president-elect of the International AIDS Society, said, A cure remains the holy grail of HIV research. She said that there have been a handful of individual cure cases before, and they provided continued hope for people living with HIV and inspiration for the scientific community. And there you have it, you guys.